But I mean, we've seen what Rep can do.
We've seen what Rep can do. We've seen what Yätta can do. Let's see what they both do.
And there's Rep's Lola here. I wonder if it's going to be the Birdchuck variant. And it is. I think this is a variant that Rep uses a lot more against. Oh, but we're going for the straight up version 1 meta here with the double Hydras. Maybe not on Lollipop, but it's double Hydras. Double Hydras are at.
Yes, we know how much Rep hates ribbons generally. He would have had Hydra on the mind all day in preparation for the fact that he could be up against a ribbon.
Double Hydras.
Double Hydras, Kid Cobra, Snake Park. Ranked. Man, what a time to be alive.
I'm still not over double Hydras, but I should be soon now. Both players do have the rush now. Replicant is going to use this first, but is going to actually miss that toaster being able to clank with the Hydra rush. And Yätta now getting Replicant to Magic Pixel with that grab.
Rep just farming with these Hydras. Playing super defensive here.
And catches Rep on that jump out. A Replicant going to switch back to that Birdchuck on one side. Gonna need that bit more weight to deal with that toaster from Yätta's side.
With a slight bit of chip damage. Not really managing to corner Yätta yet. Yeah, that's an easier said than done, right? Launching himself into the sky, but is going to eat the rush on his landing. 250 damage in favor of Yätta.
Yätta catching that off of the extended Birdchuck from Rep's side, but Replicant also getting a nice chunk of damage there with a rush of his own. And
the health is just about even halfway through the contest, and that is a big grab from Yätta.
Definitely, and another nice one too. Now Yätta almost has the rush back ready again.
Both exchanging failed grab attempts. And that's going to be the rush from Yätta, and is that going to take the round? Not quite. Rep on the smallest sliver of health, bouncing his way in, and ultimately gets poked back down.
That tribal is going to catch the tail end of that jump, sadly. And there goes Rep.
So, what will Inept Carl do here? Will we see another Lola loadout? Will he slip into Twin? Will we see
I do think Replicant
different?
Is going to stay on one of those loadouts with Hydra or with the Biffler. And we're going to be seeing the same Lola and the same stage too.
There's a
but we do
ring.
have a Coolerang now. I mean, as we saw from Benson, that Coolerang is pretty effective against the ribbon. Especially catching those side jumps.
Yeah, taking a second to think about it, I'm borderline surprised we didn't see Rep bust out his Min with perhaps the Biffler or something similar, but he is making this work against Yätta. He has taken the early lead. Those cooler shots really limiting the range of movement that Yätta has now.
Yeah, Replicant was playing more on the approach in the last time, but now that Replicant does have the health lead, he can just stay safe and punish Yätta as Yätta tries to approach him. Gets another nice popper hit in. And there's another nice hit. Replicant bringing things back a lot here. Does take a bunch of hits to the face now though, and Yätta does go for the rush.
And that gives Yätta the slight health lead, but Rep does still have the rush. 20 seconds to go. Rep trying to work Yätta into kill range, and I think we're just about there.
Does have to confirm with the rush though, because that is a fairly difficult rush to land both parts of, with the Coolerang knocking to the side and the popper knocking back. Which means Replicant did only get a part of that rush, but still managing to dodge afterwards. Isn't enough after the grab. I think it barely is.
Rep just making it through there. But round is a round. Yätta will have rush within seconds of the start of round 2 though.
Definitely, but we have seen it is a bit more difficult for Yätta to get the approach with those two arms like the Hydra and the Coolerang that catch those approach options so well. Now Yätta is frozen. Tries to use the rush to escape, but that is too far away for that to reliably hit.
Yeah, Rep successfully baits out the rush and now has his own. Looking to... He's already taken half of Yetta's health.
Yeah, just from Yetta's attempts to approach here, Replicant playing a super nice defense game. And now Replicant has the rush ready. The Hydra Coolerang rush a lot more reliable than the popper, and it is going to get the full damage this time.
360 damage, taking Yätta for a full spin. Can Rep turn this one around as well?
He does, and that is going to be a 1-1.
Rep one game away from a sealing victory. Yätta one away from taking this to the final game.
Yeah, Yätta finding himself very close to elimination yet again.
Yätta quite happy to just dive straight in. Knows his set. Very happy to use it.
We'll play yet another match with that ribbon girl.
Will this be a replicant of the previous encounter?
This is so dumb. Yeah, okay, we're going to Via Dolce, the other counterpick stage here. And actually, flashbacks to Benson versus Yätta Game 3, also on Via Dolce.
We saw Benson try to use the double Coolerang in that match against Yätta, which did not pay off on Via. Rep, of course, not a fan of double arms, loves to have proper mix-ups in his sets. So, no double Coolerang, we have Coolerang Popper, and 20 seconds in, I've spoken an awful lot of nonsense. But no nonsense from either of these two, both getting their rush borderline at the same time, both throwing poppers at each other, and Yätta just slightly ahead, backs off, does not want to let Rep come in with a potentially brutal rush that could catch him.
Those poppers, they just cover so much space here.
I mean, not that there's much space to cover. It's a brutal arm to go up against, and they're both having to feel it.
Replicant slightly up here in the health department though, and is going to knock Yätta into range for a rush. Tries to go for a grab for a little bit too far away though. And now Replicant does go for the rush back again, but like we said before, that Coolerang and Popper rush is very difficult to hit because of the way each of the arm rushes knock the other character back.
And just like that, Yätta has evened things up, but does have rush. 10 seconds to go. Pretty much next hit wins. Yätta gets that hit. Rep needs something big here in the last dying seconds, but instead, it's Rep who is dying.
Yätta just getting one more poke to finish off this life, and now Replicant switching back to the Hydra, which did work a lot better in the scrapyard match. Yätta on the approach now, though. Gets caught by the Hydra. Replicant having the rush too.
But Rep gets toasted. And then rush for 305. Very recoverable from though. Rep needs to start making things happen, and a 1-2 combo like that is exactly how you start those things happening.
And there's a nice rush. That's going to get the full damage almost with a nice 360. Replicant actually taking the health lead back. Yätta could still get the rush fairly soon.
Yeah, Rep just trying to force Yätta to stay in the corner, limit his options, and just pick him off with quick shots.
Yätta looking like Cloud here though, with that limit break, getting out of that corner.
Rep could launch rush to try and secure this one if necessary. Doesn't need to.
Wow. There's a nice Hydra there on Yetta's side dash, not even spotting that. And we're going to the last round here.
Match point. Rep getting the first hit in. But Yätta very aggressive.
Rush trade here. That Toaster is going to win the rush trade against the ARM combo that Replicant has.
I mean, that might be the biggest play of this game right there.
There's been plenty of big plays here, but now Replicant does have to escape this corner. Yätta gonna assist in there a little bit, but Replicant just goes right back into the other corner.
Both going to get rushed at exactly the same time, but Rep is within that kill zone.
And there's another nice toaster hit from Yätta. Replicant still needs to bring things back. There, Popper poke in there. Oh, that is a nice grab to cancel the rush.
Yätta throwing Rep away like yesterday's garbage. Yätta picking up his third win in the crew battle.
And we're going to game number 9. We're doing all the games in the crew battle now.
To be fair, I did say in the server earlier that I hoped everybody lost. Everyone seems to be fulfilling that at the moment. But only one more. Only one more can afford to lose. Because Rep, you're gone. Down to Yätta and Nihilus.